Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for episode 5 of season 3 of The Mandalorian. Last week's episode revealed who Grogu's savior was, as his little like one-on-one with the armorer brought back some memories that definitely play to what is going on right now. We had a really interesting quest with Din, Bo, and Paz trying to get Ragnar back from a creature that swept him up. Just really kind of showing how Grogu, Bo, Din, and really everybody right here, how they're being all brought in as foundlings in a way, with Bo kind of reset as a Mandalorian in this, Din having returned to the Creed, Grogu being introduced to it, and then what that means and where that's leading, and then the whole spiritual aspect of it with Bo's kind of one-on-one conversation with the armor at the end. It was a really fascinating episode, but I got to say the highlight of the episode, man, was Ahmed Best popping up as Kelleran Beck. That was just so beautiful, man. That was one of those moments where, in the excitement of the episode and the reaction, that I was just so hyped up about it that I think that overwhelmed my sense of what that means, not just within the world of Star Wars or anything like that, just before Ahmed and the fandom in a way. And it's one of those things that kind of really hit me after the fact, and like I found myself like, tearing up, man, because the hardship that he and many others have gone through to kind of step back into the light in this way and to receive this warm, open-armed welcome is just heartwarming, man. If you don't know his story, go check it out. Go look into what happened after, his introduction into this world to begin with. Heavy Spoilers did a really beautiful video about it that really kind of dives into it. It's a bit of a dark subject matter at its core, but I think the end result is a helpful and hopeful one. So I do highly recommend checking that out. It's one that's very personal to me, and I'm sure a lot of others out there. But that all said, though, let's go ahead and hop into this week's episode. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so we'll need your own footage to sync up with the time codes and reaction the entire episode. Get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while, so sure, go to way to support the channel. And guys, if you enjoy this reaction, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And with that all said and down the way, guys, let's hop into episode 5. Here we go.
Where's the rail spur? We're going to be moving a lot of cargo in and out of here.
Oh, what?
Hold on a second.
Pirates again? Oh, yeah? Yo, one ugly mother.
Nevarro is now under the protection of the New Republic.
My charts indicate that Nevarro is an independent world. The New Republic can't even protect the Mid-Rim from the pirate nation. This isn't Sabak. You can't bluff your way out of this one, Karga.
So I'm guessing he's gonna call in a favor, and that clip we saw from the trailer is the Mandalorians come to back up Nevarro against these pirates. At least that's my working theory right now. Wow. The pirate. What in the world? Yo! Hey!
Thank you.
Oh, wait, that was Deborah Chow sitting at the table there.
I don't ask for your aid lightly. The situation is dire.
Too bad.
Yo!
I really thought Nevarro was gonna make it.
Is this the first time we've seen one of them in live action?
They haven't returned a dispatch in weeks.
They can't ignore me face to face.
I like your attitude. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
I hope Zeb's alright. Holy shit, guys! Omni from the future here, That is Zeb! That is Zeb! I thought that was just some random Lasat, just that it was part of the rebellion or whatever, or the New Republic. That is Zeb! In the credits, it says Zeb! It is Stephen Blum! It is Zeb! Holy shit! Oh God! Ah! Damn! Did they say his name? Was it? I didn't have the subtitles on. Damn! I'm kicking myself for that, dude. All right, so I just rewatched the scene. Even with the subtitles and the CC on, it never ever says it was Zeb. So you literally had to wait for the credits to figure that out. Along with Deborah Chow in there as well, we also had Rick Famuyiwa in there also, and I missed Dave Filoni. Trapper Wolf was in that bar. Damn. Damn.
Captain Teva here to see Colonel Tuttle.
Oh.
It'll only be.
Excuse me, Colonel. I'm going down to the commissary. Can I get you anything?
Thank you, and I'm fine for now. I'm sorry, officer, you spent some time in the Outer Rim, right? Have you ever heard of Nevarro?
I have. Spent some time there, in fact. Signed the charter. They're not a member planet.
What does that matter? We can't leave them defenseless.
Of course not. But we have a backlog of requests from member worlds that have priority. I don't even know if we have the resources.
Wow, she came in here just to cock block this whole thing.
Nevarro has reported accounts of stormtroopers in the streets and TIE fighters openly flying above. The citizens speak of Moff Gideon occupying the town, and now a pirate king is attempting the same thing? These events could all be connected.
I think that's a bit of a leap.
Really? Because I'm hearing Moff Gideon never made it to trial.
Perhaps the leaders of Nevarro need to understand why becoming a Republic signatory is valuable.
By letting them suffer. Sounds like a rather imperial way of thinking.
Captain, you're out of line.
It's fine. I'm used to that kind of talk.
Wow. F you.
There's something dangerous happening out there. All these events, it's not a coincidence. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
Yep. Yep, he's not wrong. You little sneaky snake. Inviting yourself in on that conversation just to shut it down like that. Maybe Carson reaches out. Yeah, he's probably been tracking all their ships and shit.
Captain Carson Teva, Adelphi Rangers.
The New Republic isn't welcome here.
Sorry for dropping in unannounced.
How did you manage to find us?
Fortunately, someone I served with in the rebellion is amongst your ranks.
Bo. Oh, no! Oh! Ha!
Thanks, R5. Karga's your friend. You won't let him die.
What's in it for you?
The New Republic has to know that the Empire is growing again.
And you think the Pirate King has something to do with it?
Something doesn't smell right. Look, it's not your fight. I just came to tell you your friend is in danger. I thought you should know.
I love Carson, man.
I know you'll relocate anyway, but you have my word. I will not reveal your location. Sorry to intrude.
He's right. I gotta help the guy.
You can't do it alone.
This is the
Many of
way.
you don't know Greef Karga, and those that do fought against him when you rescued me from his ambush many cycles ago on the streets of Nevarro.
Yeah.
The enemy that decimated this very covert were Imperials. Greef Karga is now a high magistrate and has offered me a tract of land on his independent world.
It could be a new home.
Perhaps it is time for us to live in the light once again, on a planet where we are welcome, so our culture may flourish and our children can feel what it is to play in the sunlight.
The talking hammer?
I was there on Nevarro that night. I saw many die to save the life of this one tiny foundling. Why should we lay our lives down yet again? Because we are Mandalorians.
Oh.
I have my disagreements with this man, but he risked his life to save my son. And Bo-Katan Kryze did not give up on my child's life, even when the rest of us did. These two are asking us to take up arms in the name of a brighter future. And I, for one, will take up arms to fight by their side.
Yes.
This is the way.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
This is the way.
Wow. Let's go.
The N1 will distract the Corsair and her snub fighters as we drop in to liberate the planet below. You lived there once, hiding in the sewers. But now, you can be heroes.
Dude. Oh my god. I love this so much. Oh, man, it was so beautiful.
Captain, there's a starfighter off our port bow.
But I do wonder how this pirate is looped into everything. Because it just seems all too timely with everything else that's been going on. That's such a cool ship, though.
Thanks for your help, Mando.
I decided to take you up on your offer for a tract of land.
Be careful, my friend. They've got you outnumbered 10-1.
Do they?
I like those odds.
Hell yeah.
You do.
The Corsair's on me. Coast is clear.
Approaching drop point. First team, prepare to drop. First team away.
Get.
Team 2, moving toward courtyard.
I'm over the flats with snub fighters in pursuit. You're clear to start your run.
There's another ship, Captain. A Comrade-class fighter transport. They took out an engine. Tell Vane and the fighters to reform for a counterattack. They're pursuing the Mandalorian. Then bring them back. You won't get away this time.
Back to these old trenches, man. They shot at me. They're over there.
Behind us.
Oh man, they're surrounded. Good thing they got Beskar, man. I don't know what it is about this scene right now. It just makes me want like a live action Destiny. Oh! Now while she's being tailed, Den needs to be sneaking up on these guys. Yeah, like that!
He's above you.
Dumbasses. He's everywhere! Oh!
All clear. Advance. On me.
Ah! Let's just mow them all down. Holy crap! He's like surfing on it.
It's been a pleasure serving you, Captain. But it's time to part ways. Vane, you coward! In a puff of pig's eye.
Wait, it's got a big old steering wheel too? I didn't even notice that before.
He's targeting the townspeople.
We've got to take him down. Focus fire
Wow.
on the last engine.
Well, we close that loop. Hell yeah. Well, can't get any answers out of that.
From this day forward, I, Magistrate Greef Karga.
Hi, Magistrate, sir.
Hi, Magistrate Greef Karga.
Don't sell yourself short.
Hereby cede all land from the western lava flats to Bullock Canyon. You may no longer have a home planet.
For now.
But you do now have a home. Welcome.
The Armorer wishes to speak with you.
Interesting. What if this was all bait to get the Mandalorians to expose themselves, to pinpoint them where they're not in hiding, to get them to Nevarro yet again? The pirates were just the distraction. That's why also while Elia stepped in to make sure that New Republic reinforcements couldn't go out there to push Carson to rely on the only people he could. Stretch? Maybe. Maybe not.
Remove your helmet.
What?
But do you respect my station?
I do.
Remove your helmet.
You fail!
Our people have strayed from the way. And it is not enough for a few to walk it. We must walk it together. All Mandalorians. I was taught that the mythosaur existed only in legends. And yet, you saw it. It is a sign that the next age is upon us. Mandalore must all come together. You have walked both worlds. You are the one who can unite us.
Let's talk to Din about this. I just don't want us just turning on him out of nowhere. Oh. I'm confused. I thought that would just be for the private conversation. That one guy looks so much like Boba Fett.
Bo-Katan Kryze is going off to bring other Mandalorians in exile to us, so that we may join together once again.
But she shows her face.
Bo-Katan walks both worlds. And she can bring all tribes together.
Interesting. So maybe not.
It is time to retake Mandalore.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, we're not done. Oh no.
I found a derelict Lambda shuttle. The hull was breached. The vessel shows evidence of being attacked.
There's a record of a missing craft in the region. The details are classified. It's a New Republic prison transport.
I wonder who's escaped.
Check the departure times.
I'll be
wow.
there. Flight times match the ship transporting Moff Gideon.
I knew it. He never made it to trial.
And it got covered up.
And Moff Gideon's body is missing. This was an extraction.
Who were the perpetrators?
Scanning.
Pirates? I don't know.
There appears to be something embedded in the cabin wall. Getting close on that. It's a fragment of Beskar alloy.
Are you saying that Moff Gideon was taken by Mandalorians?
I don't know what to do with that information right now. If it was Mandalorians, is it a sect that maybe Bo-Katan has kind of intercepted, or there's no way she would side with him after everything that's transpired. But the theory right now is that the pirates targeted Nevarro, and of course they had like personal ties to Nevarro with, you know, their connections with Greef Karga and all that, but that just seems so convenient enough for the timing of everything to line up with all these other things that have been recently going on. And I feel like they were a primary scapegoat for whatever was happening to weaken this area. Hold on, maybe if some Mandalorians had freed Gideon, what if it's these other Mandalorians, this sect that is also helping him orchestrate because it could have been an inside job, because he does know a lot about Mandalorian culture. He was a he had major involvement in the Siege of Mandalore itself. He somehow got the Darksaber from Bo-Katan during that, in the fall of Mandalore and everything. So he's got some deep ties. So I talked about a potential inside job for all of that. I think I had posited that maybe the Armorer and the Covert had been involved in that originally, but maybe we haven't met those Mandalorians yet, because right now everything that's going on, I mean, it all seems genuine. Like this want for them to be in the light, for this want for them to have a home. The Armorer, I don't feel like there's any ill or malintent from her or Bo-Katan. I know some people feel like that, but I don't get that vibe at all. I do feel like it is this hope to finally bring the tribes together, and I'm wondering if we are going to encounter, who knows, maybe some remnants of the actual Death Watch, who have, or even the sect that was with Maul specifically. I don't know. It could go a bunch of different ways, but right now I don't feel like anybody in the Covert is suspect at the moment. I don't think Paz would willfully be putting the Covert and all their lives on the line, and I just don't see any benefits for Bo-Katan and the Armorer, because you can't really manufacture the whole Mythosaur thing. You can't manufacture all of that. I mean, unless the Armorer knew and by sending them, but she didn't have any idea that Din was going to end up going to Bo and then that they would be working together. That was just all coincidence. But on the contrary, for us to just randomly have some Mandalorians we haven't encountered at all up until this point to just suddenly be in league with Gideon. But that does put Bo-Katan in a very vulnerable position. She's being sent out to as this ambassador for the way. She's being given approval to show her face because she's lived in both worlds. She understands both sides now. So as a way to welcome them in, she's allowed to show her face, to be like, guys, it's not bad. Come on, let's go. But that puts her in a very vulnerable position. And through her, if we follow her out there, because I thought the Armorer was basically going to be like, you saw the Mythosaur, everything that's going on, you walk both worlds, you can unite the clans, you need that Darksaber. I thought she was going to be like, okay, now go beat the shit out of Din, because you need to win that thing in combat if you're going to be the one to do that. But I think it's going to be Din and her together, united in a way, and I don't mean that in like a romantic way. I don't know how I'd feel about that, but that would be an interesting direction to take it. But I would like to see like this union of ways. I'm very curious. But this means Bo is going to be out there as an ambassador, and who's to say the clan she comes across, it has Gideon. Like she'll be like, hey guys, want to come hang out? And lo and behold, it's this group that busted Gideon out, you know, acting in opposition, and when we can have a little mini, yet another Mandalorian civil war with Gideon all at the center. I mean, Gideon seems to be at the center of everything that's going on at the moment. I mean, also, I know you put that line of dialogue in there, maybe it could be a red herring. Mandalorians could not be involved at all, because it is the obvious lead-in. Beskar, Mandalorians, right? That's what you might think. Well, we know the Empire had been harvesting Beskar as well, so it's not a one-for-one. It could be, in a way, trying to cast doubt on the Mandalorians themselves as well, despite what has just transpired. I don't think that's enough for him to distrust the group that he has now reached out to for help. So I don't see that being the power play. So I don't know. We got, what, 3 more episodes after this for the season? I'm curious to see how it unfolds, but I really love the direction this is all taking at the moment. All these little elements are coming together, everything. And this is, again, we see the same story play out every season. You know, people like, you know, how's this connect? How's this furthering the story and all that? And you just Dave Filoni, man. That's how it works. It all will come back around eventually. We're tying these threads all together. And I love that I imagine that some of these elements were meant to be in the Rangers of the New Republic series, but they're kind of incorporated here. And I understand why they are, though, because they are integral to what is happening in the world and what is happening in the world of The Mandalorian. These are things that are directly tied to this thread with Gideon and whatever Grogu is a necessary piece of this puzzle for. It's all interconnected, man. And I can't wait to see how it unfolds. But this was a fun episode. It was nice seeing all these Mandos coming in and kind of getting the limelight and being able to come out and stop hiding. But again, part of me worries if this whole situation was somehow manufactured in order to do that. And that could be these other Mandos trying to get this sect out of there to take him out. They could see him as a threat. They could perceive them, much like Bo used to, as crazy fanatics. It might be this like push and this sway that they have to kind of go through to try to get them to see that it's not what they've all thought it was up until this time. It's not Death Watch like we have been led to believe up until this point, even us as the viewer. And who knows, maybe I'm coming around too early, maybe I'm falling for the shtick too soon, but I just don't get that vibe right now. I don't feel like I feel like we were set up for that subversion for this season pretty well, and I don't know, I'd like to see how that goes. Because I like that the Mandalorians have this kind of faith of their own, much like the Jedi do, and this mythology that while they were at the height, while they controlled Mandalore, had set that to the side for the most part. And like Bo had talked about, a lot of that was just show for the people. It was just a presentation, a dance, a theater, if you will. No one really truly believed it, and that was, I think in the end, maybe part of their downfall at the end of the day. I don't know, that's also a very Death Watch kind of belief. There may be some truth in that, even if the way the Death Watch went about things was not the right way. But this is the way. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. Guys, I'd love to know your thoughts on the episode. What do you think about this whole revelation? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because we got more Star Wars stuff coming your way. And if you want to see the full-length reaction, you check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sher, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Josh Lee, and Aaron Myers. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this episode, guys. I'll see you all next week for episode 6. Till then, may the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.